Matson Library is more than books. It's about community meeting there. It's about people using computers, buying videos, meeting other people. It's a community asset which we can't afford to lose. And for what it costs to run, it's really good value for money. And I really don't understand why the council would want to close Matson Library. Can I just thank everybody for coming out tonight to supporting this event? I mean, I think the whole point is, if we lose a facility like Matson Library, then it's gone for good. And it's important that we protest right to the end. And we can still win this battle yet. We're still going to lobby Mark Hawthorne, we're going to lobby Richard Graham. We think it's right that this library stays open. We think it's right that this library should stay here.
It's up to us together to keep reminding them, keep pushing them, keep writing letters to the papers. I know lots of people are. Keep reminding Richard Graham of the promises he made when he beat me a few months ago, when he said no cuts to frontline services. Remember that? Keep fighting, because we don't want to go back to the 1980s.
I don't think they should be closing this place down, because when I've got nowhere to go, me and my friends, we always come over here to either do our homework or just go on the computers for fun. It's also a good place where you can just sit, it's a place where everyone's welcome, you can do whatever you want, you can read books, there's all sorts, and I just don't think they should be closing it down.
I'm a local councillor now, but when I left school I used to work in the libraries, and I know how important it is for children who don't get books at home to be able to go to a library and have story times and to be able to use the computers here when they haven't got computers at home. And if we lose that facility, we'll lose a vital part of Matson. We have got to fight to save it, and we'll carry on until we can't fight anymore.
What do you think about the library closing?
Well, I think it's wrong, because many people rely on the service, and I think it's quite malicious to do that, to run the most deprived areas in Matson, with quite a number of people who rely on the service and can't afford to go all the way into town to go to the main library.
All I want to say is that Richard Graham is Member of Parliament for Gloucester and for Matson. He ought to listen to the people of Matson, because we want to keep this library open, and that's his job and that's what he should be doing. It would be a tragedy if this library closes, and Richard Graham, listen to us. We want to keep this library open, we're going to fight to do that.
I feel very strongly about this library. It was the first library that I was in charge of when I became a librarian, sort of 24 years ago now, and I spent 3 years here, and it was a very happy time. We had a lot of children in, a lot of elderly people, mixed community, and I feel really strongly that it shouldn't be closed. You know, it was 24 years ago, but I still think it's as vital today as it was then. And I just think it's appalling, absolutely appalling, that they're planning to close it.
Public services are being blamed for a system that's gone wrong. If you're going to close public services, you're not going to fix the system of greedy bankers, of poor investment. Closing our library is scapegoating our library.
When they crucified the library, were you there when they crucified the library? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified the library?
And if you want to know who's crucifying our library, it's Philip Green, it's Richard Graham, it's Antonia Noble, it's Mark Hawthorne and Mark Parker. They're scapegoating our public services, cutting money at the front line so they can save money at the back line, at the boardroom, on their expenses. They're cutting in the poorest communities and looking after their friends in the richer communities.